You keep getting shut down in games, and every time you try to read the defense, it just blows up in your face. I was stuck there too. So I'll break down the three-part system I used for IQ, film study, and gameplay that took me from 13 varsity points to 410 in just one offseason, along with the film study secret my coach gave me to spot the little details that make a big difference. We're starting with personal IQ because most players overlook this, and if you're one of those players, it's costing you a lot of playing time. But the good news is it's one of the simplest fixes you can implement into your game. The first fix within the personal IQ section is to memorize your team's sets and to know your role within them. This may sound obvious, but if you don't know the plays like the back of your hand, you are shooting yourself in the foot. But here's what most players don't understand. Knowing the plays isn't just about knowing where you go. It's about knowing where everyone goes. This is what will allow you to make the correct reads in games because you will know where your teammates will be. That means you'll be able to lead your teammates into passes, you can correct the spacing, and you can force the defense to work harder. Here's how to get to this level of understanding of your team's sets and your role. The first way is easy. If your coach has the plays printed out on a piece of paper, study them. Look to see where everyone goes, and steal my method to memorize them. The method is this. First, look over the plays a ton. Then, flip over the page and draw them from memory. After you can draw the play from memory over and over, envision what it looks like in real time. Then boom, you just fixed one of the biggest problems in your game. Now, if your coach doesn't hand out paper copies of the plays, don't worry. You can still memorize your sets. It might just be a bit more difficult. So first, ask your coach if he actually does have a paper copy. You'd be surprised because a lot of coaches do have them, they just don't give them out to all the team. Now, if that doesn't work, you'll have to try the second way. Take a look at the film of your team playing and draw out everyone's movement. Then, you'll be able to memorize it with the method I already gave you. If you don't have film, in practice, when you are going over your sets, pay attention to everyone's movement. Then, during water breaks, write it down. Then, by the time the practice is over, you would have your own little cheat sheet. And you can follow my method once again. Now, that's the first part of the personal IQ section. This next part is what makes the difference in your success as a basketball player in the long term. Have you ever noticed when you make a mistake, it often snowballs into 2 or 3, and then you get subbed out? I've worked with a lot of players now, thanks be to God for the opportunity, and I've learned that players who never seem to get rattled by mistakes are often the ones who have a present-focused mindset. The reason why one mistake often leads to more mistakes is because you are stuck in the past. You're allowing the mistake you made to cause you shame or anger or even worry. But the moment you change your perspective and live in the present moment, you'll find that mistakes no longer affect you in the same way. Take this quote from Albert Einstein himself. Past is dead. Future is uncertain. Present is all you have. So eat and drink and live merry. The past is dead, man. It is done. It's gone. And the only life it has is the life that you give it. That's a bar, man. Oof. Just focus on the now. The final part of the personal IQ section is one that separates the average players from the all-star performers. Is there somebody that you've played basketball against your whole life? I remember growing up, and even still today, when my brother and I 1v1, it's funny because he's one of the only people who predicts my moves. And since he's able to do that, I have to get deeper into my bag, and that can be uncomfortable. But since I've played against him so much, I know his defensive patterns too. So I can take advantage of that. So if you want to be a lockdown defender, or you want to make somebody look silly on defense, you need to get into the minds of your opponents. Even though you might not have ever played against them, after a few possessions, you can start to notice patterns. This requires an obsession like no other. You gotta be playing chess while everyone else is playing checkers. So here's what you should look for in your opponents. You might want to take notes or screenshot this. Let's start with you being the defender. Number 1, are they a righty or a lefty? Are they more comfortable driving one way than the other? If so, force them to their weaknesses. Number 2, where is their shooting pocket? Is it their right or left hip? Do they have it in the middle of their body? Do they start a bit higher than usual? Wherever it is, stick your hand in their shooting pocket constantly. Number 3, what's their go-to move? Do they like a crossover? Do they like the in and out? Whatever it is, sit on that move. Take away their bread and butter. All right, now as the offensive player, here's what you should look for. Number 1, is your defender playing on their heels, their toes, or the balls of their feet? Heels means you can drive and step back. Toes means you can blow by them with a hesitation. And balls of their feet doesn't give you a real advantage. Number 2, are they forcing you to a side? Is one of their feet higher than the other? If so, attack that top foot. Number 3, are their hands high? If not, don't be afraid to shoot. Hand down, man down. Those are just some basic reads you can make to get into the minds of your opponent. There's a lot more minor details that you can notice and implement, but just start with that for now. Hey guys, if you got this far into the video, I want to give you a free gift. I want to invite you to a free group video call with me so I can show you how to increase your scoring average by up to 30% or more in just 8 games. Please ask your parents' permission because they must be on the call with you. And as a bonus gift, just by attending the video call, if you stay till the end, I will give you a 90-day basketball workout plan plus a workout tracker for absolutely free. Join my free school community with the link in the description. Then when you're in that community, you will see the calendar tab. The webinar will be on that calendar. I hope it helps, and God bless y'all. On to part 2 of the video. This is the film study section. And by the way, if you don't have your own film, don't worry. I'll show you what you can do. You're not in the dark. I got you. And as promised, I will show you the film study secret that my coach gave me when I was in high school that allowed me to spot the little details that make a big difference. All right. In my junior year of high school, I was sitting on the bench watching the JV game next to my varsity head coach. My coach is giving me advice on, how I've been playing, and at the time, I was doing well. And I was young and dumb. So I developed a bit of an ego. And I will never forget this. I made some arrogant comment to my coach because I was smelling myself, And my coach looked at me. And he calmly took out his phone. And he said, "Let's look at the film." And I lie to you not, for the next 25 minutes, my coach grilled me, man. He showed me everything that I did wrong. And it was a lot. But he knew I needed to see and hear that. I felt so stupid afterwards, but that helped me in growing as a player. So the secret that my coach gave me on that day, was in order to get the most out of your film studies, you must watch film in slow motion. The mistakes he pointed out to me were ones that I never saw before because I watched the same games at full speed. But slowing everything down makes the little details you never noticed before obvious. Now, the next part of the film study section is something that is never taught to basketball players, and it's a real shame. It's helped me so much in my film studies, and it's something that you can start doing today. You may have been taught to take notes while you watch film, right? But just randomly writing stuff down doesn't really help. Separate your notes into 4 categories: mistakes, missed opportunities, good plays, and good reads. Mistakes and good plays are self-explanatory. Missed opportunities are the moments in games where you could have been aggressive, but you played passive. And good reads are when you make the right play, but the possession didn't end the way you wanted. Let's say you made a nice pass to a teammate who smoked the layup. Damn it, Billy. So this will show you what you need to fix, and it will show you that even though you may have thought you played badly in a game, you actually had some good plays and good reads that you forgot about. Be specific in your notes. One thing you'll notice is that your biggest mistakes will repeat. Put a star next to them and make it your focus to fix them. By the way, guys, this is what one of my old notebooks looked like after I did this for just one of my games. Like, you can get a lot of stuff on this page. Now, the last part of the film study section is how to find film to study, or knowing what film you should study. First and foremost, if you have your own film, study that. And if you have a game coming up, watch your opponent's film to get in their head and recognize their patterns. Now, you'll also want to study higher level film. That could be college, NBA, FIBA, whatever you can get access to. There you go. Study players and teams that remind you of your own play style. Your team sets may be the same as some college team sets, for example. When I was in high school, one of our sets was the same as BYU's. So I studied BYU so I could see what our plays looked like when they were ran to perfection. I also studied players that I wanted to play like. I knew that I wasn't the most athletic, so I didn't bother really studying some of the high flyers and the speed demons, you know? I studied players like Stephen Curry, Klay Thompson, JJ Redick, Duncan Robinson, Goran Dragic, Steve Nash, John Stockton, Kobe Bryant, Hakeem Olajuwon, and a bunch of other players that fit into that niche. Now, don't get it twisted. You can learn from any great player. Shoot, I learned a lot from Michael Jordan. Do I play like him? Absolutely not. But success leaves footprints. So we might as well follow those footprints, right? All right, now, we are moving into the last part of my 3-part system to studying the game of basketball. Implementing what I'm about to share with you is what will take your game to the next level and change the course of your basketball career. So, quick side note, I've been working with this player for about a month now, and one of the first things that I taught him was what I'm about to teach you right now. And here's what his mom texted me after seeing his progress. What I want you to do to get similar results to my player is use the 4 types of advantages. Now, what are the 4 types of advantages, you may ask? Well, it's simple. You can take advantage of the numbers on a fast break, or if somebody overextends on defense, taking them out of the play. You can take advantage of speed if you are faster than your opponent. You can take advantage of your height or strength if you are taller or stronger. And last, the most common, and anyone can use, is the momentum advantage. You can use this if somebody is closing out or leans in on one of your dribbles. If you keep the 4 types of advantages at the forefront of your mind in games, you'll subconsciously play smarter. Next, keep your head up. Pretty self-explanatory, but in order to be a smart basketball player, you have to see the whole floor. And the final piece of advice in this entire video is something that all the great players have mastered. This will allow you to score at will. This will change your offensive game more than anything. Take what the defense gives you. If you want to learn how to master that yourself, click this video. But as always, keep God first and stay blessed, bro. I love y'all, boys.